forward, and then back, forward, and then back, forward and back. Some days just feel better than other days, and you're having a good time as soon as you're out the door and rolling. I think the weather has a lot to do with it and how you're getting about in the world, so this is a good way to get about in the world. This is my INMOTION V11 electric unicycle, and you know, it gets me everywhere I need to go. If you follow my channel or you've come across this, go back and look. You'll see every day I'm out and about on my wheel having adventures and trying to share that with all of you out there. So hi to everybody, thanks to the new subscribers, people commenting. It's really great to see the audience growing. If you've just come across the channel, please hit the buttons, the like and the subscribe, and you'll see my regular content which I'm posting, just to show a true blog of how these wheels are day to day. So I'm off to the city, we're just going to roll along. I've got to get in there to get a few things done. I've got some classes on, get some painting done, and this is how I get there. I put this in my locker and I get my stuff done and I roll home again. I don't charge it at school. It's got enough charge to get me there and back, forwards and back. And that's my name, forwards and back, electric wheeler from Brisbane, Australia. Roll the intro. Hang on, no, that's not me. So I'm using the Insta360 1X2 on a big 3-meter pole. I've got the Sena 10C Pro helmet camera, which I use to capture any accidents, any footage that I might need if it's not my fault. Once I went over a bonnet when a car pulled out on me and I didn't have the camera running, so I use this as a bit of insurance. And I've also got INMOTION power pads with a really shitty paint job that's all scratching off. I've got the INMOTION spiked pedals. Everything else on the wheel is stock. The stock tyre sitting at 45 psi. I'm using the LEATT Z-Frame Knee Braces. Excellent purchase. I'm getting more and more comfortable using them on the wheel, and they feel great. They feel better than my old knee pads now. I think I've gotten used to the little bits that were rubbing. And yeah, give me that little bit extra protection. Using the TSG Pass matte orange helmet. V11 is a suspension wheel, so I've got the top chamber sitting at 75 psi, the lower chamber sitting at 150 psi, and that's basically, if you don't know about the wheel, there's two little valves on either side, and they need pumping up to just keep, it's an air shock system, so they just need to be topped up to keep the air in the chambers, which you can adjust sort of to get a bit of preload, make it more pogo sticky, a bit more bouncy, or a little bit more rigid, or to set up for your weight rating. So yeah, cool. I'm gonna turn this off, I'll make some music, put some beats, might be feeling a little bit Cypress Hill, and I'll put that on, get onto school. I might run a hyperlapse on the way to save you having to watch the same old commute every day. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys how it is to roll on the wheel. Excellent. Have a good day. Hey, I hope you're all having an awesome day out there. It's pretty good. I feel like it's going to be a good day. So let's enjoy it together. Watch this again tomorrow and basically have a good day then as well. Watch it next week. Watch it heaps of times. watch it forever. Yeah, so back there I just had, you know, I was in my zone cruising along, but I saw up ahead there was a little girl in her zone as well, and a little kid's zone is a marvellous place. I'm there quite often myself, but I wasn't then, I was focused, and what I saw was that little girl in her little flow and just imagination. She was cruising, looking down at the ground in a wonderful place. Mum was back, she could see what the little girl was doing, she could see me coming, this Space Future Power Ranger with a big lance coming towards them, and little girl was just wandering and started to lean into my lane, and that's when I started to realise, hang on, and I put the brakes on hard. But yeah, so the little girl was just heading towards me slowly, and then I hit that moment where I thought, hang on, I need to stop here, so I started to put the brakes on. I would have definitely flinged the wheel out of the way. I would have landed on the ground before I hit her. I would have made sure, you know, best of my control, I would absolutely never collide with a little kid. I've got kids and I know how their brain works. It's not their fault, they're just in the zone and being a kid. Good on you, you know, but it's my job, I think, as a commuter and using a wheel like this, 34 kilo wheel. I'm probably 50 kilos, you know, I'm probably about 34 kilo as well myself. Look at me, I'm a bulk dense kind of fella, and if you go tumbling into a little girl on a bike, man, that's going to suck for the community, for you, for the girl, for the mum, for your whole day. I was just mentioning what a beautiful day, how quickly days can turn. You know, in Australia we have this saying called Murphy's Law. I don't know if it's known in other places, but basically Murphy's Law means that you go out and you say something, yeah, like today I'm gonna have a beautiful day, and Murphy is some guy, Murphy's some guy from the outback, and he sits there with a little crystal ball and he wishes the total opposite of what you want on you. So you want a good day, you're gonna have a shit day. You say you want to go on a fishing adventure, you're going to go on the opposite of a fishing adventure.
Recording.
Cool day at school. Got some good feedback. It's always good. Sometimes you get bad feedback. That's not good. Sometimes it is good. It tells you what you need to work on. Like King Song. Work on your safety. That's good feedback. That came from a bad thing. So no problems again commuting on my V11 electric unicycle into school. Now heading back home. The battery's still sitting on full, so yeah, that's excellent. So the weather's starting to turn. It's a beautiful day and I still can't complain with this weather. So nothing more to report. I might stop on the way home. We'll see if we can find something exciting to play with. Try to keep the video interesting. Just gotta watch people. They're always trying to come out and do the wrong thing. Don't do the wrong thing. So all I can report is good things about my electric unicycle. This EUC, the V11, the INMOTION V11, it's a good thing. Every day it's a good thing. Every night it's a good thing. Every single time I get it, it makes me happy, makes me smile, gets me where I need to go, and I've got no complaints. I don't even know if I need more power. Yeah, I do. Look, I bought the V11 as my first ever electric unicycle, and some people will say that that's probably, you know, a lot to spend on your first electric unicycle because you're probably going to drop it, it's probably going to get knocked around, and yeah, that did happen, and it did happen to mine, and I'm okay with that. But it also enabled me to grow into it, and a year later I'm still enjoying it. I probably have found its limits, but they're enough. I mean, they're enough, especially if you're just using it as a commuter. If you're hitting the trails and looking for a different experience, going for a little bit more extreme and really want that full-on bite, then I think it is a Gotway or a goad, you know, and you'll be pushing things to its limit, and that's fine. But if you want to stick within those safety margins and, you know, consider INMOTION and I was going to say Kingsong, but I still will consider Kingsong a very safe brand. This is the way I look at things with the S20. It was a prototype wheel. They backed it enough, knowing that it probably had some issues, to send it out to many testers around the world in a lot of conditions, and they knew that it would get a hiding. They knew that people wouldn't just ride it safely and give all good reports. They knew that when they sent it out. So from their end, I think that's excellent to send out a wheel prior to production release, to let people go out and abuse it and give it a whole range of real world tests, then and then decide to offer reports and analysis and improvements based on those real world tests, then what else can we ask for a company to do? I would much prefer that open, honest approach than keeping all those reports and tests in-house behind closed doors, releasing the wheel and then letting it find its flaws in the real world, which still may happen, but at least they've really identified a couple of the really big problems before it went out to the market, and that actually might save the electric community a lot of trouble from, you know, fires and problems that would occur because of. So I think that should be commended. It might not be the way that everybody wanted to see things roll out, and I definitely did, and I wanted to see nothing happen in the tests, because that would show me that it's really at the point to be released as an amazing product, but it still has a couple of bugs that they need to iron out, and it's clear that they're doing that. So thanks so much for coming to my channel. I'll stop talking, put some music on, get rolling.